Hello, everyone here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Alma, Missouri here. Since last episode, finished planting the big field here, Field 9, and Field 1 is done as well. This episode, we got to plant Field 2, and then hopefully get 7. I don't know if we'll get both 7 and 8 done here this episode, but at least get started on one of them and finish up probably in between episodes here. I figured on Field 2 here, we're going to plant this field here, and if I did it right, I don't think this is the planter that plants spinach. If I checked it right here, we're going to find out. If this is the planter that does spinach, then it's going to be a hard time planting both 7 and 8 at the same time here. My plan is just to throw a hired worker on this, and I don't know why, but lately every time I hire a worker on this, I keep getting auto drive. I don't know what's going on with that here. Off camera, and well, even on camera last episode too, I hit the hired worker button and auto drive start. I'm like, whoa. You're supposed to be a hired worker, not auto drive. So speaking of hired worker, by the way, we're going to switch you over to AI worker, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that should all be good. Turn that on, hire the worker. Don't know where he's going. Actually, you know what? Is he set up? Work the headlands. Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say, he's starting with the up and down. I'm like, why is he starting? Because he's starting up and down first, then he's going to do the headland last. That's fine, whatever. I probably had that set up that way. I have no idea why I had that set up that way. I'm trying to think now. Probably when I mowed, I would have had it set up that way, but I haven't mowed with this tractor, so I don't know. Oh, you're stuck here. I thought you had finished baling. I guess not. Well, in that case, let's have you finish this here then. Nearest waypoint, drive the course. And then note to self here, next time we mow this field, I need to adjust the headland settings there. You are making rat bales here again, right? None of this square bale nonsense here. Okay, good. It is wrapping. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure. I don't know how that got turned off in the first place, Evan, so I'm like, yeah, we'll check it here. Okay, we need our seeder. Hey, there it is. Got it hooked up to the Ford 1156 here. We're probably going to look at replacing this seeder here after this planting, by the way. I was looking at the money. I'm like, I don't know if we replace it now. Probably better not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice to replace it right now. But money situation. Why is that thing doing sideways like that? Okay, that's weird. Anyway. Well then. What in the world? The tires. Okay. Oh, the back tires the back tires are like not on the ground. It's just like balancing. I wonder if we got hitch problems or something like that. Hitch is too high on this tractor or something. Who knows? I mean, this is all Giants in-game equipment, right, everyone? So the fact that it's actually doing that is quite weird. Oh, well. Anyway, we're going to plant spinach. I suppose I should have probably checked that before I drove all the way over here, made sure this does spinach. Yes, it does. Perfect. Now, I don't know about you folks. I have never planted spinach like in a farm setting before. I have planted spinach. Have I? I'm trying to think. Have I planted spinach in my garden? I think I've planted spinach in my garden. I've done lettuce. Lettuce and spinach, not a lot of difference there, by the way. Spinach, a little bit smaller leaves, I would say. Flavor-wise, probably not a whole lot of difference. I mean, maybe a little bit. Okay. No tram lines defined. Actually, I mean, if we wanted to define tram lines, lane assist, I'm not even sure how you would define them. Not sure I really want to know either. Might have to try it at some point just to see what it's about. Evan. As I said before here, tram lines, they're not a thing that really exists around where I live, Evan. I mean, maybe back in the day, maybe farmers used them. If they did, not that I know of. My understanding, it's some sort of antiquated non-GPS technology there. Allows your planter to skip certain passes there. For example, where your sprayer and stuff would run. But, again, everything's GPS, right? So we don't need to rubbish like that anymore. I mean, outside of European farming, I mean, is there any American farmers that even use tram lines? At least in normal crop situations. I suppose there's maybe some special situations where they do. I know a lot of times you get to some of the vegetable planting. Vegetable planting is like kind of a whole different animal, right? A lot of the vegetable planting that happens around where I live, usually they get planted in groups of rows. However many rows that's going to be, let's just say half a dozen. And I'm sure it probably varies by the vegetable, but just for this example of one, the farmer plants 6 rows of X vegetable, and then they skip like a space, and then they plant another 6 rows. So essentially like a skip pass type, although they're not doing like the full width of the planter usually. Usually like a good extra tire tracks width wide, something like that. And sometimes too, you'll see those extra wide stance tractors. I don't know if we have any of those in the game at the moment or not. I know mod-wise sometimes you'll see them, and like I said, I don't think we probably even have any here in the game. I doubt. I mean, unless mod author maybe added that to something like this. Engine setup. It's possible they might have like a... Oh, LSWs only. Okay. Oh, wait, did I see them? No, I think that's regular row crop there. Oh, actually, you know what? That actually may be a wider stance. I mean, I see 36-inch row crop there. That is not normal, so... Yeah, this actually might be an example right here of like the extra wide stance, right? I don't know if there's regular stance on this one. It doesn't look like it. Just 36 on that one. That might be an example of a tractor you'd probably use for like vegetable plant, some sort of specialty crop planting. Most of your normal row crops are all 30-inch rows nowadays. Soybeans, corn, stuff like that. Gotta make sure I remember here. This seeder does not fertilize. So we gotta make sure we put some fertilizer down here. Come on, tractor. You can do it. You can do it. I don't remember how much horsepower this tractor has here again off the top of my head, but great big articulated triple wheel monster here. Lots of extra weights here, apparently. Apparently, I weighted this tractor up. That actually is kind of a thing here on these articulated tractors, Evan. In case you can't tell, when it comes to weight here, yeah, most of the weight is on those front tires there, right? The rear tires don't have as much, very much weight at all on them. Like, all that weight kind of tends to be on these front tires here. You do get some on the back tires, of course, there, but, yeah, not near as much as what the front does in the motor, and a lot of times all the fuel tanks are up on the front here too. It depends on the tractor, right? I know like Case tractors there, the fuel tanks, at least on the newer ones, are on the back. I'm not sure the old ones. I'm trying to think now. The old ones? Well, we do have a older Case, the 9380. I think the 9380 fuel tank's on the back, isn't it? Could be wrong, but I think it is. Oh, come on now. That is not the line I wanted. Anyone else have that too? Like, you're on the line, like, go activate, and crap. Got the wrong line. Like, how did that happen? Like, it had the right line. As soon as I go to activate it, nope, wrong line. Okay, real quick here. I do want to do a horsepower check. How much horsepower does this tractor have again? 1156 is... Oh, 470. Oh, okay. Wow. I was thinking it was like a 300 horsepower, but no, we're close to 500 horsepower here on this tractor. We should have no problem pulling this an excuse of a planter here. I call it an excuse of a planter because it's comically small, if you ask me, Evan, right? Again, it's kind of funny. You look at kind of the European farming versus the American farming here, and obviously well, I shouldn't say all, but a lot of European equipment in the game here, right, Evan? And yeah, what they might call big equipment over there is like, we actually still make stuff that small yet? Obviously, a lot of 3-meter crap. Again, I don't know who's farming with that crap, but hey, good for you, I guess. If you want to take forever to get your field done, of course, they're probably farming, a big field there. But if you got 3-meter equipment, what are you farming? A 5-acre field? In fairness, my grandpa had a 100-ish acre farm here. He ran with mostly 3-meter-ish equipment. I say 3-meter-ish because some of it was a little bit bigger, some of it a little bit smaller. I know, like, for example, he had a 10-foot disc. His cultivators, though, I think were a little bigger, I'd like to say. Those might have been getting closer to 12 or 15 feet, maybe, somewhere in there. I believe he had a 10-foot, like a rolling packer type thing. Yeah, so, 10 foot again, about that 3-meter threshold there, right? Chisel plow, I believe he had, was 8 feet. I don't think that was quite considered 10. So, again, that's what my grandpa farmed with. But this was back in, the 1970s, 80s type thing, right? And a 100-acre farm. That 100-acre farm was divided up into, let me think here. How many? I think he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe like divided into like 6-ish fields, I'm going to say. Technically, if you wanted to, it could be, divided into a total of 3, I believe. But usually he divided them a little bit up, a little bit more. The farm as it sits now, I believe, is 3 fields. 2 big fields, and then there's 1 smaller field in the back. So 3 of the fields got combined into 1, and then 2 of the fields got combined into 1. So 6-3. I think that math's out right? Okay, looks like the baler is done. Let's just check and see how the other planter's going. Looks like he's making actually some pretty good progress over there. I'm surprised how much he's got done already. Again, he's doing the up and down here first. Real life, at least if you're using GPS, you would probably not do that. And I didn't realize the hired worker was set up that way. I'm not sure why he is either, to be honest. But real life, you'll probably do the headland pass first, especially if you're using GPS. That way your planter will shut off when you get to the headland. Good example of this. A cedar like this might not do it, but we get this headland here. As we cross the headland, each one of these rows would shut off. Because we're coming across it, obviously get to the very last one there. That one's going to be the last one to shut off, so. Like I said, that's why you'll run the headland pass first. Speaking of headland pass, looks like we need to do 1 more on this field yet before we can start going up and down. Tentative plan, by the way, is I'm going to put spinach on both of these fields. Now, of course, we do not have a planter for spinach here yet. That's always a little bit scary there, if you ask me, Evan. We're planting a crop we cannot technically harvest yet. We do have to be able to purchase the harvester for it. Now, of course, I don't see a sense in buying the harvester until we actually need it. Otherwise, we'll be paying on it for longer than what we'll need to. Or longer. But basically, before we get to use it, we got to be paying on it, right? So I figure we'll wait till we need it, and then we're just going to probably put that on a payment plan, by the way. Might have to do a 2-year payment plan on that, just to get that payment down low enough here, because otherwise, I believe on the 1-year plan, it was still like $55,000 a month there. It's like, whew, a little painful. Now, we do have a loan. Everyone, we could borrow some money. I don't believe we've used any of the loan yet that I know of. Might have to check that here. Probably should look at that just to make sure we're good on that. He says as he's planting spinach in the field that he cannot currently harvest. Yes, great. Good plan, right? I see nothing wrong with this. Let's go check our finances here. Loan is, grand total of $0. Perfect. Ooh, we're up to 18,000 on our pizza there, by the way. Which reminds me, I do want to see if I can get that mod to maybe crank up the production rate on that there. I see no reason why we can't turn that up, to 11, right? Actually, I guess from my understanding, that mod only does up to 3 times, which, hey, it's still better than what we're doing now. Always been a complaint I've had is about how slow the factories are here in the game. I'm not entirely sure why Giant's reasoning on that is. I'm like, why so slow? isn't like a normal game where I don't feel like you gotta like load balance stuff, right? I'm like, why? Like, what? Why would you want to do it that way? I don't know. Oh, I seen you turn off their steering line. I don't even think about it. Okay, I believe this is the last part of the headline here. We can start going up and down the field here now. Maybe see if we can get some comments loaded up here as well. Though, come to think of it here, I just thought of that as I said that. There might not be a whole lot of comments here right at the moment. I am recording this video a little bit earlier than the day than I normally do. And at least as of the point I'm recording here, today's video has not been, when I say today's video, this will be past Friday's video, has not been released yet. So, whoop, that, come on now, really? You were on the line there, bud. And of course, as soon as I go to push the button, nope, other line. There, that's the line I want. A little pass of shame there, but you know what, that's a big enough section. I think we need to get that. Oh, come on, comments. Let's load. Might have to do some skip rows here, especially with that planter swinging around. That is really annoying. If that planter swings around like that, I'm not sure why it's doing that. If that's a problem with the planter or the tractor here, I got a feeling, I think these tires are supposed to be on the ground, but something maybe the hitch, just the way it articulates. Probably supposed to be somewhat flexible at this joint here, I would imagine, but knowing Giants how they do stuff, it's probably not. Oh, I was going to say it's on the ground. No, it's not. Never mind. Oh, actually, it might be on the ground now. Now I can see, yeah, no, it's, if it is on the ground, it's barely on the ground. That is slightly annoying. Hard to make a tight turn there. When you start turning, the whole planter just boom, swings around, right? Oh, come on, other comments. Where are you at? Something fun about just going up and down the field, isn't it? Okay, let's, oh, there we go. Comments loading here. Nope, come on now. Push the wrong button. There we go. Okay, start off with the comments here. Nathan Fast was saying, a nice video. Thank you very much for that. Dustin was also saying a good video. Thank you very much for that as well. Gotta make sure I watch where we're driving here as well. And looks like that actually might be all the comments here as of right now. Like I said, recording this video a little bit earlier, so don't have any new comments here on any videos. On the new videos, anyway, that is. But a reminder again, always enjoy reading all your comments, so if you got something to say, I'm going to throw it down below. And I should probably mention here, too, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do that as well. Also very much appreciated. As always, if you like the video, click that thumbs up icon there as well. And if you'd like to join us on our multiplayer servers, you can find our multiplayer server information down below in the description there. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow them rules. I know, gotta mention that part all the time, right? Keep looking at our hayfield there. I want to get some lime spread on it here. Suppose we can try and see what would happen here. We'll just stop here real quick a minute. Oh, let's see. Are you, yeah, you should be off course play. I have a feeling some of these bales might get in the way. Problem is, if I go pick the bales up, I can't just straight sell them at the moment because obviously we're waiting for them to ferment into silage. So I'd have to go pick them up, offload them, dump them off somewhere. And then once it comes time to sell, then we'd have to reload them. And it's it's kind of a pain, if you know what I mean. So we'll be one of those farmers that just leaves our bales out in the field. Let's see, where's the spreader? There it is. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got the spreader with the extensions on it here too yet, don't I? Yeah. Even more opportunity to catch bales. Well, we'll see what happens, right? I mean, like 98% of the field is clear and open. I mean, what are the chances that, you know, the hired worker would hit, like, the 2% of bales that are in here, right? Yeah, I know. That would never happen. Okay, hire the worker. Oh, I wonder if he's set to go on the headland there first or last there. Looks like he must be set to go up and down the field first there as well. I don't know why my hired workers are set like that. I know why that one actually might be having, you know, again, mowing there. I tend to mow up and down first, then you do the headland last. That works good for baling. When you're baling, you want to do the inside part of the field first. Otherwise, you end up with all the bales on the headland. And then, yeah, you know, undoubtedly, you know, again, what are the chances, right? But statistically speaking there, yeah, the hired worker's going to run into every single bale on that headland if you do the headland first. So maybe someone good in statistics can explain to me why that's possible there, but seems like it is. Oh, well. Oh, are the hired worker doing good yet? Let's go check on him here in a minute. Yep. Looks like he's doing good, starting on the long part of the field there. Oh, I guess it hasn't updated. Oh, maybe... Maybe he's not planting that part there. I thought maybe just the map hadn't updated yet, but... we are, I feel like, making pretty good progress on this field. We probably won't finish it here this episode, because we're getting pretty close to the end of this episode here already, but we will get as much done as we can. And then, like I said, I'll probably throw a hired worker here, or maybe do it myself, too. We'll see what's on field 7 there. Let him finish that up. And then, yeah, like I said, too, note to self, got to make sure we put a fertilizer on this field here as well. We'll get our sprayer at that blistering 7 miles an hour going again. I know, yay. Oh, well. Probably a little easier to turn around if I would take a set of wheels off this thing, isn't it? This triple's making it a little difficult, maybe turning with an implement, especially one that is this close. I think, as I mentioned here already, but actually, you know what, thinking about it here, I probably could actually upgrade this here if I went with the cheaper... I went too far down already. Let's see what's here. Where's our seeders here again? Oh, that's the planters. Seeders. If I went with, like, the Ben Nar one here... that would, yeah, that'd cost us like $100,000. That wouldn't be too terrible bad. Although technically, I don't think that one is much bigger than our current one. So that really wouldn't be much of an upgrade, would it? That one there, wow, that's only 8 meters. It looks bigger than that. You look at this thing like, well, that's a big, but 8 meters. I think our current one is probably 8. See what our current one is here a minute. This one here is, yes, 8 meters. Okay, so the Bendar would be a slight upgrade, 9 meters there. This one would not be an upgrade. Obviously, these would be significant upgrades. Yeah, oh, that's only 8 meters too, isn't it? Okay, yeah. We don't have much in that kind of, we go from that 8-9 meter range all the way up to, what's the next size up here? This is what, 30 meters, 19 meters. This one's probably, yeah, 23 meters. Like, we don't have, I feel like we don't have much in that, between that 10 and 20. Oh, there's a 12. More of a European style then again. No offense against any Europeans I might be watching, but I think I'd go for more of American style. What do we got going? Yes, as I was, statistics there, everyone. You know, 90% of this field is empty space. What are the chances of a hired worker hitting a bale? 100%. Okay, well, anyway, I've been looking at time. I think with that, we're going to wrap it up here for this episode. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Thanks for watching. Till next time.